Hey, Dan Passarelli here. Well, today I want to talk about the best way to measure options liquidity. So, there are basically three ways to measure liquidity when it comes to options. And the first one is very simple and straightforward, and in a lot of ways, arguably the best. So, what liquidity is, let's define it first, is it can be defined as the ease of getting in or out of a trade without affecting the market prices yourself. And so, if we look at this option chain here, and we're looking at, let's just pull one of these up here. Maybe we'll look at the 38-day guys here. If I were to buy these 62.5 calls at $1.37, could I do that without moving the market up to $1.38 or $39 or $1.40 or something? So there's a couple of things to look at. First and foremost is look at the width of the bid-ask spread. If it tends to be pretty tight, and if you're a smaller retail trader trading up to 10 contracts, normally if it's a pretty tight market, you have no worries. You can trade with liquidity and you can probably even middle the market and it'll be okay. The next thing we want to look at, though, sort of the next iteration from there, is the trade size. Now, this is where we really narrow in on what we just said. Technically, there are 5 contracts offered at $1.37. So if I put in a bid to buy 4 of them, I could do it unless the market moves by the time my order gets there in that fraction of a second. If I try to buy 5, I can do it. If I try to buy 6, this says that I can't. This says there's only 5 offered there. So on the 6th one, I might have to pay more. Now, because we have multiple listed options, they're listed on many exchanges that are all competing against each other. Normally, even if they're displaying 5, if I want to buy 6, I'm probably going to get 6. In fact, I might even get 10 or 15 or 20. But at some point, there's no more offered at $1.37. So then we go to our third thing, and that is volume and open interest. Now, these kind of go hand in hand. Volume is the number of contracts that have been opened and are still open. Volume is the number of contracts that traded during a day. Now, if there's thousands of contracts that have been opened and there's some volume on the day, that's a good sign that it's pretty liquid and you should be able to get in and out of it. No problem to probably middle the market pretty well. If there's a lot of open interest but no volume, that could have been put on as a one-time trade a long time ago. If there's some volume but no open interest, well, that could tell me that, yeah, there was something going on today, but this stock doesn't typically get a lot of action. So we really want to see both volume and open interest showing up there. So that is my 3 best tips on how to measure option liquidity and what it is and why it's important. I hope that helps. This is Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart.